BCMM network. The following broadcast is solely for the enjoyment and entertainment of our audience. This is the Blue Collar Minute Men Show. Let's go, Brandon.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Blue Collar Minutemen Show, where we're just a few guys trying to help make this country great and shed some truth and common sense. Bill, how's it going?
I'm still here, still kicking, still above ground.
Yeah, me too. Justin couldn't be with us this time. He was busy doing other things, but man, I'll tell you, first off, folks, this is going to be a little bit of a late show. We're getting a late start on this one. So when you see this one, it might be a little bit later than normal, but hey, we're still getting it out here. But Bill, we're just going to jump into this. Let's just continue talking about what we were just talking about before we started this. And that's this whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it even still going on?
It appears, okay, this may be a shock to some of you people. He shot some white guys. Okay. In a survey, a recent survey, it was over 70 to 80% of the people they surveyed were under the impression that since it was a Black Lives Matter protest, that he shot Black people. That they still to this day thought, well, you know, it's racist. It was a racist event. He shot these Black people. No. There was 3 white guys. One a convicted felon that had a handgun. So
you know,
figure that.
it's still blowing my mind. I'm like, I remember watching it when it first happened. I didn't see not one Black person around. There were like all these white people. And what did Candace Owens say?
Candace Owens. Candace has a, let me find it here real quick. Oh, here we go. Candace says the majority of Democrats are so painfully brainwashed by their media that they do not even know that Kyle Rittenhouse shot 3 white men. They actually think Black men were killed. This case literally has nothing to do with Black people. How can people be so dumb? I mean,
that is my question.
They are treating this as this big racial, he was a white supremacist, racially motivated shooting.
He was a Trumpster. He was a Trump supporter.
He had a gun.
Oh my gosh. But it blows my mind. First off, he's 17. And secondly, it came out during this past week, the prosecution's whole thing was destroyed by that convicted felon who said under oath, yeah, I pointed a loaded gun at him.
He didn't shoot at me or anything until I pointed my gun and started running toward him.
And did you see the video clip of the attorney?
That's exactly what he did. He went.
That's why I'm saying, why is this even going on at this point? Folks, I have said it 10,000 times. Do not take this mainstream media at their word. They have blown and lied about everything. Fox News is I don't know what their deal is. I'm still on the fence about them because they're doing some things that make me wonder why they're doing it, but I'm kind of keeping an eye on them. But the rest of them, you cannot watch them. You cannot watch them. I mean, this Kyle Rittenhouse kid, Bill, I mean, whether we like it or not, you know, he shot someone in self-defense. Okay, that is a part of your right in this country for you to defend yourself.
Now, should the 17-year-old been out there with a rifle in the middle of all this? Probably not.
No.
But the fact was, he was there. He was defending himself.
Right.
And
Here's a better question, Bill. Why did a 17-year-old have to do it? Why wasn't there some adult, veteran, somebody else out there instead of him? I'm just saying, if the kids got to lead the way before the adults, there's something wrong. I mean, I'm just saying, that's just something for you all to think about. You know, if the kids got more balls than the adults do, pardon my French. Oh, but I think, Kyle, they're just dragging this out at this point. That whole trial needs to be over. The prosecution is blown. The judge, didn't you say the judge was getting death threats?
Judge is now getting death threats, emails and text messages to his work phone, and threatening that if he doesn't stop this and find him guilty, that they're making threats on his life.
So how stupid do you have to be to threaten a judge? I ain't gonna threaten no judge, because he's the one that's got the gavel that says how many years you gonna get when when you're up there. This country has lost absolutely total respect for everything moral.
Yep.
Blows my mind. And Bill, to continue on this media thing, folks, I've got to tell you, if I hadn't seen it and heard it with my own eyes this morning, I would not have believed it. Of course, I'm getting ready to go deer hunting this morning, and TV is on. I'm at my mom's, so she watches mainstream media. This is news out of Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville news reporting this morning. I had to stop and do a double take as to what they were saying. This was the dumbest thing I'd ever heard. According to Nashville News this morning, Bill, did you know that the time of day when you go get tested for COVID could affect the outcome of the test? I'm not making this up. I promise you. I heard it. I watched this stupid crap. Nashville News is saying that they have found a correlation that for people who have been tested for COVID in the mornings wind up having more false positives. So they're suggesting that more people be tested after 2 p.m. because the test is more accurate at that time. Are y'all get what the hell I'm telling you all
You can
right?
now tell time.
And then they had a doctor come on there and he said, yes, we must understand that a human body, and this is what he's saying. I'm paraphrasing and adding a few things, but he's saying that your body has what's called a viral load. And your viral load is lower in the mornings versus in the afternoon. This still doesn't make any sense to me. So when you have a higher viral load after 2 p.m., the test is more accurate to be able to test you for COVID. What the hell are we doing? What in the blue hell are we doing? Bill, have you ever heard of such?
I'm no doctor.
But then he also went on to say, following that, oh, but the tests are very accurate. But you just said in the morning, it's not going to be as accurate as it would be at 2 p.m., but it's accurate? Come on,
Well, they
people.
just recalled all those. Okay, they put out those home tests, right?
Oh
Home
God.
COVID tests. They just recalled them all because they said that they were putting out false positives.
Oh, anything for anybody to make money. I've told you all, it's all about the green. It's all about the green. They're gonna make money off of you. And by the way, I saw some the other day riding in a car with a mask on, windows up by themselves. Why?
Might have passed gas.
I'm telling you, I can't deal with this much longer. Just the stupidity of everything. I don't get it. I really don't get it. How can you sit and tell somebody that the test is accurate, but there's a caveat, the only time it's accurate is after 2 p.m. We can't be this stupid. Lord help us, please. Oh,
Believe
geez.
what the media tells you and go on.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They wouldn't lie to you.
Oh, God. And here's something else I've been preaching. I know nobody wants to do it, but Lord, just get rid of cable. Get a Fire Stick, get a Roku. It is the best thing in the world. I don't pay a satellite bill. All I pay is internet bill. And I'm still watching all the shows that I want to watch when I want to watch them. Because I'm telling you, they are feeding nothing but garbage. Oh. Speaking of garbage, hey Bill, let's get on the LGB. Let's go, Brandon. Did you hear what he said about gas prices?
Let me guess. If I shut down this pipeline, it'll make them better,
right? Joe Biden is actually saying that the rise in gas prices is a sign. It is a sign, ladies and gentlemen, that we should go green. And if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you in Eastern Kentucky.
One with a ocean front bridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, now he's wanting to shut that pipeline down in Michigan as gas prices go even higher. So,
folks, I mean, Bill, you just said it. He shut down the pipeline that was going through Canada, which made all those Canadians mad. He has basically started just killing all of our rigs that we had anywhere out in the ocean. Started buying more oil from Saudi. Trump had us energy independent. And Joe has went and cut all of those gas lines and everything. And he says that the rise in gas prices is a sign. Once again, folks, we cannot be that dumb. He's the one making the gas go up. And Bill, you said if he shuts down that Michigan pipeline, gas is going to go through the roof.
Be prepared for the most expensive Christmas you've ever had.
My question is why do we not have any leadership at all in this country that will stop him? We have none. Everybody's making a plan. Everybody's following the law. Everybody's, finding the loopholes. Everybody's building the cases. But the left doesn't seem to care. They just do what they want. While we're building cases against them and trying to do it the right way, they run over your feet, stab you in the back, lie to you on TV. And yet here we are. We still got them where they're at. It blows my mind. Like I said, I'm just waiting for the shooting to start.
Another little tidbit that we uncovered today. This came from a nurse. Her name has been withdrawn to protect her and her job. But she works in the coding department where they code your prognosis for the insurance companies and everything.
Yeah.
And she said now there is a code, and she gave the code, but I can't find it here, that is going in your insurance forms to tell if you've been vaccinated or not. So it's not going to be long before the insurance companies are going to say, well, we can't pay for that broken leg because he's not vaccinated.
But wait, Bill, I thought that insurance companies couldn't really insure you because the vaccine hasn't been FDA approved because it's still under emergency use. So how?
Well, this is mainly dealing with Medicare, Medicaid, and
Oh,
your your work insurance. You know, people who are insured through not just going out and buying it yourself.
mhm,
They can deny you for whatever, you know, for pre-existing, whatever, if you buy, but if this is insurance that you've got, you know,
mhm.
you've already got it, you've had it. You're going to be coded. Now, this data is accessible to the government.
Of course.
Okay. So anytime the government wants, they can pull up and see your code and tell if you've been vaccinated or not. And they know who to go after.
And once again, an extended overreach of government where it shouldn't be.
Yep.
Y'all. Everybody in this dad blasted country ought to be mad as hell right now. But there are too many people who are brainwashed and too many people who believe, oh, well, the government will never do anything to hurt you. The government's not going to do anything to make life hard for you. Okay. All right, whatever. I can't. This, every time we talk about this stuff, it sounds stupider and stupider that we're actually still continuing down the path we're going, waiting for a change to happen that hasn't gotten here yet. I know 2022 is the big number, but Lord help us, how are we going to get there? Because I get the feeling that even when we get to 2022, let's say it's a Republican sweep all the way across the board, they have done so much damage to this country, the repair and recovery, it'll be years. So y'all get ready. I mean, seriously, this is nuts. And once again, I'll just throw this out there. This is what happens when you give everybody participation trophies. What are you thinking on, Bill? I see your wheels turning.
Just some things here. I don't think we're ready to talk about yet because I'm only finding one or two.
Well, I think you still want, you agreed to us talking about this, and we're going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. This one right here will get us kicked off of YouTube for the rest of the time when I open my mouth on this one. And that is the young lady, high school girl, who was sexually assaulted by a trans person
in the bathroom,
in the women's bathroom. Now, nobody is talking about this. If you haven't heard about it, that's okay. It is true. It happened. Nobody is talking about this because they do not want to put trans people in a negative light. They don't want to put that community in a negative light. But if you remember, when all of this started about allowing, boys who want to be girls in the girls' bathroom, everybody said there's still a man, and there's no reason a man should be in the women's bathroom, because we all knew that there was going to be some crap to go along with that, meaning assaults, sexual assaults, inappropriate touching, and other stuff that bad little boys do. And what happened was at this high school, because they allowed, the trans boys who were wanting to be girls into the women's bathroom. Now, this man's daughter was sexually assaulted. He raised 10 types of hell.
And was arrested for
it. And the mainstream media is not covering this because of exactly what I said. They don't want to paint the trans, that community, in a negative light, because they have feelings and they just want to be a woman like everybody else.
And it actually went to court.
Tell them what happened.
He was convicted of sexual assault on the 15-year-old girl.
And you all have not heard a word about this.
Now, his mama, her mama, his mom, the trans's mama made a statement to the press that it was the 15-year-old girl's fault because she didn't fight back hard enough. We ain't making this up.
Y'all, first off, let me say this again. Justin has said it, I've said it, and Bill said it. If you feel like that you want to be a woman, that is absolutely fine. That is your world, boo-boo. You do you. But what we do say is whatever you are naturally born as, that should be the bathroom that you use. Because of instances like this.
I agree.
And just to throw this out there, Dave Chappelle has done a lot of things, a lot of talking, but his latest show he had on Netflix, he talks about this. And if you listen to him and you understand, he said the same thing, because he said, he kind of made a joke. He's like, how dare people make people use the bathroom because of whatever they were born with. And he went on to say, yeah, because when he's standing at the urinal and some woman steps up to the urinal and he looks at her, he's not going to think, oh my God, what in the world? He said, no, what I'm going to think is, thank God he's not over there in the bathroom with my wife and kids. So that's what we're saying. And was it North Carolina or one of the Virginias that passed the law that you had to,
one of them.
Yeah, you had to use the bathroom that, whatever you were naturally born as, that's the bathroom you have to use. And I agree with that, just because of this instance. And folks, you can find that information if you haven't heard about it, you want to look it up, but I urge you to use DuckDuckGo to find it, because I will guarantee you Google is not going to give you the right information on this incident. I'm glad that the man won the case and got the boy, her, whatever, prosecuted. Your thoughts on all of this? We're supposed to be able to protect our children, not put them in further danger.
Okay. This is a headline from a newspaper in San Francisco. And it's on their Twitter feed. The Daily Caller. And it's got a picture of this baby being born. And it says, baby boy born without a penis is extremely rare case. Somebody commented on their story that says, hey, the exact same thing happened to my sister.
Hey, Bill, why don't you tell them about the other article you read about China, how they're hiding their submarines?
This is a headline from a newspaper. China, it appears, is attempting to hide their nuclear submarines in the ocean.
The fact that that is an actual headline just lets me know that this country has gone completely stupid.
Attempting to hide their submarines in an ocean.
Everybody in that editorial needs to be fired, from the editor to the person who's manages it all the way down. Nobody should have a job after that one. That was just dumb. Oh, not a lot went on this week, folks. Those were just some of the highlights and stuff we went over. Bill, you got anything else?
Well, I'm thinking that we're probably going to hear a verdict in this trial coming up soon. Both sides have arrested. Closing arguments have gone. So I'm expecting riots to be back. You know, they quietened them down there for a while. They all went on vacation or something, I don't know. But I would say you can expect riots to start again. Somebody else might get shot, I don't know. But, you know, just watch for it. If you live in the bigger cities, watch for it, because it's probably going to happen. Because they've already threatened the judge. And they're all like, he's guilty, he's guilty, he's guilty. Oh, they haven't proved that in court of law that he's guilty.
No.
So last time I checked, you're still guilty until proven innocent, or still guilty until proven innocent. That's the way it's getting. You're still innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
And they haven't done a very good job of proving him guilty of anything.
Well, here's the thing. If they actually let the police do their job and let them quell the riot storm, it won't be that bad. But we know how that went in Seattle. We know how that's trending across the United States. Hey, Bill, I bet they won't be rioting in Florida.
He'll put them on a bus and send them to Delaware.
I was going to say, hey, DeSantis signed those bills about if someone is threatening your business, you can shoot them. Yep. Oh, I guess we should mention that too, by the way. Or did we mention it last time about DeSantis sending all of the immigrants to Delaware?
I don't think we mentioned that yet. He had a news conference the other day and said that they found out that Biden was secretly sending those people in there at night, illegal immigrants from the border into Florida.
Yeah.
He says, well, we're just going to put them on a bus and send them to Delaware. Drop them off there by Biden's new house.
That would be great. I think everybody should all do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, rent some charter buses. Here, get on here. One-way ticket. Heck, for all I care, drop them off in New York City as well. They can hit New York City. They can hit Delaware. What else over? Drop them off in Washington, D.C. That'll work great for me. Just drop them off in Washington. Oh, crap. Oh. Well, I think that's about all we got.
I think so.
This was kind of a short little show. Bill, you got a final word?
Let's go kill a deer.
I'm trying. I have been trying. I haven't had any luck thus far. I know one thing, if it gets bad enough, I'll be killing deer year round. Make sure I stay fed. That's all I got to say. But ladies and gentlemen, stuff we went over tonight, like I said, we find this stuff, we have to look it up on the internet. Mainstream media is not going to tell you. And the stuff they do tell you, like I mentioned earlier, if you think about it, it's the most idiotic thing to come out of anybody's mouth that you ever heard. And why in the world would you want to listen to them? I mean, the time of day, make sure you go after 2 p.m. to get tested, because in the morning you ain't right yet. Your body ain't right, so go after 2.
Yeah, that plus, who knows? America may be hiding its submarines in the ocean too. I don't know.
I mean, who knew? That's a bold move there, Cotton. Oh, geez. We have got to get back control of everything and just start using common sense. I mean, for the love of Pete, we've got to use some common sense. And if you find someone who is actually being dumb enough to believe everything that they're putting out, at least try to talk some common sense into them. I mean, you got to try, because other than that, we're doomed.
We're all here together, so.
Yeah, we are. But that's all we got, and that's all our time for this show. Ladies and gentlemen, always thank you for joining with us. Always, you can check us out at bluecollarminutemen.com on our website. Show will be on there. You can also find us on BitChute. Bill, is our one suspension over with on YouTube
We're
now?
off suspension.
And we'll probably be gone after this one. For now, you can find us on YouTube. Check us out on, make sure you check us out on MeWe, Spreely, Gab. We're on Facebook, but we're severely limited on Facebook. We're on BCMM on Facebook. And email us. Email us at bluecollarminutemen@protonmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Get your comments, questions, and different things on the shows, and get some ideas from you as to what you think we should talk about on the show. So, check us out. And Bill, tell them a little bit more once again about the upcoming food drive.
All right,
That's
we're going to be starting here right after Thanksgiving. The food drive, trying to get feed some families. We'll try to go with more than what we did last year if we can, because this is going to be hard for some of these families to feed themselves with the way things cost right now. On the same note, if you know of a family that could use our help, send us an email, send us a message, let us know who that family is and where to find them, and we'll be able to take care of some of them. So, help out if you can. We'll probably be doing our Walmart or Kroger thing again, where we're sending out there, getting some canned goods and stuff. But, also think of some people that might need our help.
Right. All right. Well, that's it for us here. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, like I said, look up your information. Don't trust the mainstream media. Let's get this country back to where it needs to be. And the only way for us to do that is together, because it's them. When I say them, it's the elites, it's the Washington people against us, the workers, the ones who are building houses, plumbing, driving trucks, digging ditches, teaching kids. Let's just use a little common sense. Let's work together. Let's get this country back. All right. God bless you. God bless America. Y'all be safe. See you.